In an ever-evolving digital landscape, for your business to thrive, you must adapt or die. Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI, the podcast helping you harness the power of AI and marketing tools to revitalize and grow your business. And now here's your host, marketing expert and author of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI, Emanuel Rose.
Welcome to this episode of Marketing in the Age of AI. Today we are going to dig in deep on SEO and generative engine optimization and the transitions that happen. And my guest today is a 30-year veteran of SEO and has got a lot of well-grounded assessments and opinions about SEO and GEO, and even to the point where he'll correct me on what I'm calling generative engine optimization. And in addition to that, he also has a very defined business model, and I think it's a good thing to pay attention to. Today, we have Mark Herre joining us. Mark is the CEO of the SEO Game, a role he has expertly navigated since 1996. For those of you short on math, that's almost 30 years. With a background that includes work as a bookkeeper and even a Japanese cook, Mark brings a diverse perspective to the table. He began his career in the 90s by networking with another venture, 123enter.net, where he connected Chamber of Commerce members to the internet. Residing in Salt Lake City with his wife and 3 daughters, Mark embodies a true blend of innovation and practicality in the marketing space. We're going to delve into his extensive experience and how that experience shapes his insights on AI and marketing. Mark, so great to see you.
Nice to meet with you again, Emanuel. And I have to tell you, I'm a Rose.
You're a Rose.
I am. Well, I don't know if our genealogy ties connect, but I've been going to a Rose reunion ever since I was 2 years old.
Amazing.
So that's what we call it, but it's up in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, my Rose people are from the Azores, and so let's see. Just since my papu would have gotten to the U.S., he was the first generation. He'd probably be about 90 by now if he was still alive, 90 or 95.
Well, that's amazing. I didn't know you were Portuguese. So that's fantastic. Falo Português também.
Very nice.
Mine came from Dutch, and they settled in the Roses. So that's the line of Roses I'm mostly related to, and I could go all the way back to when they bought Manhattan and
wow,
for a pearl, like a bunch of beads. So that was part of my family.
And that's amazing. Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. Well, I love it. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's a pleasure to have you on the show and to be able to tap into some of your insights. It's rare to have somebody who's been in the same niched field for such a long period of time, and then also that you've built an interesting niche in terms of being a white label provider. So talk a little bit about what the SEO Game, what your focus is, and then how you're delivering that service.
Right, real quick. And that was a great background of where I started out as an owner of a technology company that fixed fax machines and got everyone on lightning speed dial-up.
That's awesome.
That was the 90s. And so in 1996, I came out of that, and I came out of it with clients that I had already acquired, and they were digital marketing agencies. In 1996, SEO Game began as a white label SEO partner for those marketing agencies, only because I had technology software and the amazing network of these equipment, these devices I had with my my genius. I wasn't the smart guy. I was just the bookkeeper and the marketing guy. But I did learn a lot, and I did learn one thing. I wanted to work with digital agencies in the 90s when SEO Game started. So fast forward almost 30 years later, I am still considered a white label SEO partner. And my why is I exist because I want to help digital agencies grow and scale their business. And so I lean a little heavily on how digital agencies can succeed with the best partner. And I believe SEO Game is the best partner that they can work with, because I can, with my superpower, consistently help a digital agency get quick wins with SEO, traditional search. But the traditional search has not changed since Google.
Right.
And we're growing a new leg in our three-legged stool approach. I have always promoted heavily that traditional search is a three-legged stool approach. And in fact, if I ever talk to digital agencies, sometimes they always say, we have a three-legged stool approach. And I go, I know what it is. It's Google Business Profile, on-page and off-page technical things. And yeah. And I go, well, that's exactly what any good SEO company needs to do to get first page results. And I say, as a white label provider, it's my job to do it in 30-day test drives. But we're growing into a fourth-legged stool. So like if I were to be sitting on a stool, guess what? I'm going to not fall over and tip if the legs are firmly on the ground.
Right.
Reach my hand underneath the bottom of my seat, I might feel a nubbin. And that nubbin is a new leg that's growing and is getting quicker to the ground faster than we've ever expected. And that would be the AI searches that are out there. And I love that I can help the digital marketing agencies as a consultant for them, because I can solve their problem. Do you know what number one problem I solve for digital agencies and owners of websites with AI searches?
I don't.
FOMO.
Very nice.
Because what are they missing out?
Yeah.
They're missing out of something. They've watched that TikTok video, YouTube video. They're like, I know we should be getting more traffic from it. I know we what are we doing to solve the problem of FOMO? And so I help digital agencies solve that problem as well.
I love it. Yeah, that is it's interesting. A lot of the AI shift has happened just for the Me Too reason, as much as for the utility of it, right?
Right, exactly. But digital agencies will chase things. So will owners of websites. They'll chase shiny objects. We all know that sometimes things don't always. Sometimes people just like talking about products and services, and do they actually produce the results that they were expecting? For instance, one great way to know if results are working is just take a look at your GA4, Google Analytics. If your number is at 1% overall traffic, well, there's room for improvement, because we know that the conversion rates of AI searches are going to produce better conversions on our website, and better phone calls, better leads, better website traffic. We all know that. But how do we get more of it? And if all of the busy work that we do as digital marketing agencies isn't improving the number month by month, then maybe something's wrong with the whole strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then how are you managing the concept of the zero click results, and that people are not necessarily going to a website anymore, that they're getting referred by one of the LLMs?
Yeah, that's a great model, where they can still pick up the phone, and then a person on the other end can still ask, how did you find me?
Yeah.
Because I think people who pay digital marketers, whether it's GA4 traffic or zero click searches, which the answer engine searches are bringing up great recommendations. We still, as the marketing agencies, let the clients who are website owners, we still ask them, make sure you're keeping record. All right, ask them, and so that's probably the best way right now. And things are gonna be better at that. I mean, CallRail and other calling phone numbers are helping helping solve that problem. I don't know if that's the best way I could answer it.
I mean, that sounds, I think so. I mean, attribution has always been the challenge of marketing. And then we kind of reached a cute little period there where it seemed like we were getting really close to good, solid attribution with pay-per-click and some other techniques. And now we're back to this thing where not the attribution is a little fuzzy again.
Well, attribution is something that I focus on when I do a discovery call. I ask digital agencies, why do we do SEO? Now, 99% of them will say, to get money. Well, because we have overhead and we got to do this, and that's our goal. We got to stay in business. I go, that's great. That's a good idea. But how about the owner of those businesses that we do the SEO for? Why do we do SEO? We do it to prove attribution.
Right.
And if you can't prove this, or tell this, I like to call it, tell the story each month, your number one ranking, and here's why. Each month, here's the story. More phone calls, more web traffic equal more leads. And this is all from organic. Now, SEO Games really kind of focus on 7 deliverables. And like I said, it's really attribution and traffic. Google GA4 is one of the best tools out there that most people use to check to see if any, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini's, any of these answer engine or AI searches are coming into our website. And I love that number, but when the digital agency is like seeing 0% of all overall traffic's coming from there, or even if it's just at 1, that's an accomplishment from 0.
Yeah.
But how do you get it to 4? How do you get it to 12?
Right.
Does your busy work equal real results? Because back to conversions, the conversions are really excellent. So things are new. And like I said earlier, we're growing a 4th leg. So reaching down and just filling a nubbin under the bottom of the seat, it's going to hit the ground, and it's got to get bigger. And we're going to figure that out eventually. 2026 is going to be a fantastic year.
It will continue to be interesting, won't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Attribution. The tools that will focus on attribution and help the owners of websites tell the story is going to be the game changer. So I talk a lot about attribution. What besides my favorite topic, what other topics do you want to talk about?
We'll talk about what what you're seeing as the 2 or 3 things that a marketing professional could do for answer engine optimization, just in order kind of on top of good SEO.
Well, the content marketing tools are coming out, and some of them are better than others. I haven't tried them all. I'm not a tester.
Yeah.
I'm a coach's coach for a digital marketing agency to help still with traditional search, which is still making up 99% of overall traffic.
Sure.
I told you in this interview I would sometimes revert back to what I really am a specialist in. Traditional search is still the focus.
Yeah.
The answer engine or the AI searches out there are a glutton. Well, they're semantic searches. People are searching differently using semantic methods.
Right.
Traditional searches. Can I just explain the difference real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
A plumber is a home service company. A roofer, an HVAC. Those are great companies. If you were a plumber, roofer, and HVAC, you would probably never ask your digital agency the question you just asked me.
Right, because that's going to come.
What do they care about?
They're going to come right into Google and going to get a Google Maps result.
And they're going to ask, how are we getting more phone calls and web traffic each month from that?
Yeah.
Because I pay you digital marketing guys way too much money, right?
No, not nearly enough money. Come on, Mark.
Oh, okay. Maybe they need it. But to them, the plumber, he's always going to, the HVAC, the roofer, they're going to always think they're paying their digital marketing company. Yeah. But they need value. They need return on their investment. So they're going, hey, if it works, it works. Let's do that experiment. Let's do those things for answer engine optimization. so I would say to the digital marketing agency, to answer that question, content is, we understand that search is different now, and semantic searches is some people have just converted over and they paid a vow never to use Google traditional search ever again.
Right.
Well, I don't know if that's really true or
It's
not.
a little early for that. Yeah.
Some people might say I have cut the cord, you might say. But one of the things about it, and I would just go back to content where, like, I helped develop a WordPress plugin, for instance, which is just wonderful for semantic internal link building.
Yep.
And it's a WordPress plugin now, but it's going to work with other APIs for other blogs.
Nice. How do we track that down, Mark?
Oh, it's just a partner of mine. I got the name. It's my partner's site. I don't want to get too deep into that. I'll just explain how it works because it's still in beta.
Okay.
Sure. But it is downloadable, and I can make introductions to people who want to get a free plugin for their website that is tied with Claude, and you get an API in there and a key, and about $1 to scan through your website, which is not very much. You get $5 credits. And guess what you get? You get an overall score of your internal link building strategy using blogging and your evergreen pages. What a beautiful score it is. And it then tells you how to improve the score and then how to add schema markup per blog post and page, which is something that doesn't, everybody's talking about schema markup right now. It's really important. But how would you like a tool that does it better than just a generic schema markup? Because everything else is just generic. How about doing one that actually gets results to improve GA4 traffic is what I would say. That blog post plugin for WordPress right now is the bomb. I have the name. Anyway, I'll have to, it's got one of those.
We can get it in the show notes. We'll get it
in the show notes. I promise, if you guys want to talk to me and do a demo, I put it on my own website at SEOgame.com, and I'd love to show you how it works.
Perfect. Love that. So that's one thing, is internal linking, right? That's one of the things.
Internal semantic linking to give you an semantic score for the semantic searching.
I love it. And then that's a solution that you have productized.
That is right, 100%.
So one other thing that a professional marketer would do with their website to help with the answer engines. What do you got?
Well, a digital marketing agency that's going to need help with the answer engine is going to have to know how to speak in, with the clients that they want to work with. They don't want to get too ahead of their skis with the clients they work with. They only want to work with them when they kind of like they can be proactive, but they want to work so they can retain and keep their clients happy.
Yes.
So I love that word FOMO, because we all have it right now. Their fear of missing out of the traffic that their website should be getting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of external things, I just mentioned, I'm making content marketers hireable, basically so they can be more employed again with their content marketing strategy. If you're a content marketing strategy, you need to talk to me. I have a way for you to make double your income, because I have a lot of clients that need your help. If you're an advocate of blogging, press releases is by far a really good strategy.
I love that one too.
JSON LD files, the custom schema markup. I'm not going to get too far ahead of everything. I've written about 7 or 8 blog posts on my website just most recently that talk about each one specifically, what answer engine you need to focus on to do this and that. So take a look at my blogs that I've done.
Yeah, we'll get that. And it's SEOgame.com, right?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
All right. I love that. Well, what are you focusing on for 2026 in terms of supporting your agency clients?
Thank you for asking, because this is an off topic of AI, and it's probably a little exciting for me and maybe not so much for other people. But there is a big thing going on right now. Google's heat map is here to stay. 7 years, most of us have ignored it to pieces.
Yeah.
And I know people don't really understand what heat map. They're going, you mean heat jar where I can see my website and people clicking on? No, we're not talking about that. Heat maps, 7 years ago, Google introduced an API for partners like Bright Local, SEMrush. I use Local Dominator, others. The purpose of a heat map, it's real simple. You are handed a bingo card and you get a free space about how far you're number one. If you're the plumber, you show up number one, and if you're directly looking at it in the office and you type in plumber near me, well, guess who's going to be number one?
Yeah.
That's the problem with traditional SEO. But are you number one in Houston? If you're a plumber and are you hitting that 20-mile mega city?
Right.
Houston, you have a problem if you're not. If you're the plumber trying to get 20 miles of a number one ranking, you need a heat map strategy. And I have cracked the proximity code in order to get that radius. And that's what's so important. Because why? It's all about attribution for that plumber. He wants more phone calls and web traffic, and there's only one way to do it. And they need SEO Game to break that proximity and show them. And I do 30-day test drives to do that. And so that's always been what I've been doing for 30 years. Performance SEO, no rank, no pay. And same pricing since 30 years ago. So if you want to get in touch with me, I haven't changed my pricing. It's pretty dang low.
All right.
And so that's about it.
The heat mapping, I like that. Right, which is the little dots, right? Ends up on the map. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bingo card. You want blackout, and you don't want to just say your number one ranking over your own office where you type in your. You got to check it from a 20-mile radius, and you got to get that proximity filter cracked.
All right, I love it. So SEO Game. If you are an agency owner, get in touch with Mark Herre and either at SEOgame.com or on LinkedIn. You're pretty active over there, aren't you?
Yeah, we've been connected, Emanuel, for over 8 years.
I can't.
And we did our first one-to-one back then, and I'm just so glad it's like.
Well, I really appreciate you taking some time to run this down with me again, and I'm excited to get a couple projects going with you. So we'll talk about that after I close up.
And we also network in the same group, and you're a master networker. My job is to make the host look good. If you have not done anything with Emanuel Rose, he is a master networker. 8 years ago, I did my first one-to-one, and he knows how to connect and share, and I appreciate all that help.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for taking some time this afternoon to have a conversation with me, and I look forward to a few more of these talks over next year. Talk about heat mapping again.
There we go. Take care, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Well, it's good. It's a good reminder that SEO is not dead, and that we need to have the fundamentals of SEO going on in order to also have success with the answer engines or the generative engine optimization. So if you should check out SEOgame.com and get in touch with Mark. And also going to encourage you to spend some time doing some research on ChatGPT to build some custom GPTs for yourself, or another tool that will save you time or leverage the activities that you're involved in. And that with the time that you save, that you spend that time with continue to upskill, also spend that time with your friends and family, and also take some time to get outside into nature and get away from the screens. I hope this has been a valuable use of your time, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks for listening to Marketing in the Age of AI. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. Your copy of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI is available at Amazon.com or EmanuelRose.com. You can also connect with Emanuel on LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.